Chris Saint Germain, I hadn't pressed record yet, and I forgot to ask somebody else to record. Can somebody else do a backup recording?
Sure. I just requested.
Okay. And I think, should I start over because I forgot to press record?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
J-
Open.
Jenny,
Yeah.
while you're getting ready to start over again, do you want to make me or someone else co-host so we can watch the
Yes, please.
waiting room for you?
You are now a co-host.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Opening the meeting at 7:03 p.m. on Wednesday, 9/3/2025 for the Town of Lunenburg Conservation Commission. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting is being video recorded. The agenda lists all the topics which may be discussed at the meeting and are those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken from these discussions. Not all items may be discussed, and other items may be raised to the extent permitted by open meeting law. Please be advised that the Town of Lunenburg utilizes Zoom platform as host for its hybrid and remote meetings, that the Zoom platform utilizes AI technology, known as AI Companion, to create audio transcriptions of meetings to aid in the subsequent preparation of meeting minutes, and that the AI Companion is activated immediately upon launching the Zoom application. You are hereby notified that this AI technology may capture audio prior to the start of the meeting and or following the conclusion of the meeting. Okay, roll call. Richard Bursch,
Present.
Mike LaRouche,
Present?
Mary Wilson,
Here.
Andrea Burnap,
Andrea's on mute.
see. You're muted, Andrea. Or maybe she walked away. Oh. Are you present, Andrea? She might be having, let me chat her. Oh, she's muted again. She was briefly unmuted. Oh, let me check and see if she's messaging me anywhere. Oh. I'm just sending her a message. Oh, she's having audio issues.
I'm here, but I can't hear anyone else.
Okay. So we can hear you now. You can't hear us, obviously.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Okay, let me tell her we can hear her. We can hear her.
Got a good PT thing, Michael?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna send her a couple of screenshots. There's two places that It could be muted. Still no luck, Andrea? If you can magically hear us. Okay, she's dropping out and trying to come back in. All right, fingers crossed. Can you hear us, Andrea? Can you hear us, Andrea? I'm gonna ask her to restart her computer. There was a fluke where Windows was giving sound to another app for like a week, and I had to reboot my computer a couple times to get into Teams meetings.
Is that any better?
Yes, well, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right. So we just need you to say present.
Present.
Awesome. Okay. So, and then Chris and Teddy will not be at the meeting tonight. So it's just the five of us.
Okay.
Okay. Um, we don't have any appointments. And so up next we would have public comment. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes and on a subject matter under the direct jurisdiction of the commission. Comments about current agenda items are to be made during the comment period of the specific agenda item. Please address all comments to the chair and please state your name and address if you are going to make a public comment. Do we have any public comments tonight? Does not appear that we do. Okay, pollinator habitat check-in. Do you have anything to share with us, Mike? I know I saw some good pictures come out of there, or have you been over there at all?
In my rehab, I have not as of yet, this week. But I've just been corresponding with Christina, and we're already thinking about winding down the season as far as equipment is concerned. And I told her I would help her sort of wind down the equipment and put it into a sleep mode, because we have a lot of gasoline left, and we wanted to make sure that we used as much as we could. And so there's a way of using what you have in the tank and putting some true gas, so when you come to do the spring startup, it'll start right back up. So we're in the process of doing that. But otherwise, I'm not sure, because I was away or not available last week. I too saw some most incredible photographs. Wasn't sure if you had a chance to upload those and showed people what was there, but it was like, a season finale of beautiful butterflies and moths and bees. And it's I just can't say enough about what the habitat has brought in, to pollinate the plants that are there, but also to just give a real joy to people who are there, volunteering, as well as people coming in just to see what a beautiful spot the pollinator habitat is in Lunenburg. And I'm hoping people have had a chance to take a look. And I certainly am amazed at what I've been seeing as pictures. And there you go. There's a beautiful picture of, and these pictures are all done by our volunteers. While they're working, they put their equipment down, take their camera out, and take a picture of what they see. And to me, it's just phenomenal. I feel like I'm watching National Geographics in town, of all the different insects that are there. So thank you so much for being able to upload those pictures so people can see them and see what a wonderful space that is.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have it in town. All right, thank you so much, Mike.
You're welcome.
All right, minutes approval. We have had a lot of minutes come out. So we have 4/2, 4/16, 5/7, 7/16, 8/6, and 8/20. Have people had a chance to look them over? Honestly, I've only looked at 8/6 and 8/20. I haven't had a chance to go back over the older ones.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't been through all of the August ones yet, but I did start going through, and I did have a couple comments where you haven't gone through, and it sounds like we're going to move on. There were some Scribner's errors in 4/2.
Okay.
There was one spot where Sophie was invested in a brook instead of investigating a brook.
Oh,
That popped out. 5/7, there were a couple items. The first in the roll call, there's 8 members listed.
oh,
So he may want to just go through and touch that up. There was one spot where Chris St. Germain didn't vote, though he was present on 201. Oh, I just have to find it here. I can shrink this down. There we go. Yeah, it was 201 something, but he didn't vote on that, and there was no comment that he had recused himself.
okay.
So we may want to just check on that. And then on new biz, there were more Scribner's errors.
Which one was that?
That was 5/7.
Oh, so on 5/7, there was just some more typos.
Oh, 5/7 had the 8 members. No vote
Okay.
from Chris on 201. Oh, I don't think it was Sunny. Here we go. Now I get it up.
What was the one that had more typos? Was that 6-7, you said?
Nope, 5-7.
Oh, that was still 5-7.
Yeah, so 5-7. There's me, Mike, Chris, Mary, Peter, you. But then Chris is listed as absent. And then
Okay.
Jeff Viviano. So,
Okay.
and
Makes sense. Go
on
on, Jeff.
201 Leominster Shirley, Chris did not vote. Well, there's no vote from Chris, but he was present. So I don't know if he recused himself.
Okay. I almost feel like I remember that and he might have dropped off for that one.
Okay.
But I will check in with Michael on that. Do you have any more? This is great. Thank you, Richard.
I was just looking under new business. Yeah, new business 42 Meadow Lane instead of Meadow.
Okay. And then was that as far as you got?
No, and then I
Oh,
I
okay.
did get to 6. I got to the next two and they were fine. So
That's 7-16.
7-16 was the next one. I didn't get to August.
Okay. And then did anyone else have a chance to go over any minutes? Do they have any comments that I could bring back to Michael? And since Richard didn't get to August, it sounds like we can't really vote on any of them tonight. Any comments on any of them from anyone? No, Andrea has a no up. And Mary or Mike, any comments at all? Sounds like no.
No comments from here.
Okay. All right, so then we will move on to new public hearings. Pursuant to MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, and the Town of Lunenburg Wetlands Protection and Municipal Bylaws, a public hearing on a request for determination of applicability for an 8.920 kilowatt ground-mounted solar PV system, 44 panels with no battery in between the 100-foot and 200-foot riverfront area buffer zone at 560 Mulpus Road. Do we have the applicant or their representative on the meeting?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Mary, earlier you told me that there's a better way for me to let people share.
Right. If you just go to share and do multiple participation, it should allow the
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay,
yeah.
right. If you'd like to share your screen, you should now have that ability.
Do you want me to share my screen?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you'd like to, if you have something you'd like to share, if you prefer, I can share it for you.
Okay, sorry, I just didn't know how this Zoom meeting would take place. Do you want me to try to? I can pull up, or do you guys have what you have for the application or whatever? What's the best way? I'm sorry, I did the zoning board meeting, but that was in person.
Okay, so I can share from the application. Give me one moment.
Cool.
Do you want to tell us a little bit of about the project while I start pulling this up?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all in the description,
No
but
problem. So, pretty straightforward ground mount system. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
yep, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Yeah, so pretty straightforward ground mount project. It's on about a 5-acre lot, which is nice. It's kind of tucked over away from the house near the barn area, so it's not really visible from the street, which is nice. And there's also kind of an elevation situation, which makes it even a little bit more hidden. Homeowner has a really high bill, $1,400 to $2,200 per month with Unitil. So obviously everyone kind of can feel that pain a little bit. And so we are doing a ground mount system to try to kind of alleviate some of that burden and bring the home little more into the modernize the home, make it a little bit more durable, a little bit more efficient. The zoning board approved the location of it, and yeah, just kind of here trying to make sure that we do whatever's needed, dot our I's, cross our T's, trying to do things right. We do a lot of these types of projects. I'm one of the owners of Team Sunshine. These ground mount systems are amazing because we can just point them directly south, at 40 degrees, and off we go. They're producing electricity all year long. There we go. Cool. I see it now. Yep. So, yeah. Any questions?
So, we have now I don't see any erosion controls on this plan. So just for, everybody in the commission, this is the house, right here. There's a very long driveway with a covered bridge on it. And then if you're looking at the house, to the right, there's a barn. And then if you look at the barn to the right would be the solar array. And it's on an already disturbed lawn. I actually have a couple pictures of it that I can show. And let me. So that's the barn. And
Madam Chair, the barn didn't show.
it didn't?
No, we were still looking at the drawing.
I shared my whole screen. Let me share my whole screen. But I actually wasn't going to show the barn. I wanted to show the actual area. Okay, share. You wouldn't know I work in IT. All right. So this is the area. I spoke with the applicant, the homeowner, while we were there, and it's, right in this area. There is a slope going down. So like I was saying, what were the plans we'd like to see, our administrator asked that we do a double erosion control there. So she'd like to see a straw wattle with the silt fence for an erosion barrier. But I'm not seeing,
Fence. Okay.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I was just saying straw wattle with the silt fence. Okay.
And then let me read her other notes. Do any commissioners have any questions about this property application?
Have you brought some pictures, Madam Chair? I haven't seen a picture yet, but
Oh, wait, it didn't show?
no.
Did anyone else see the picture?
I saw a picture
did
of the
see-
lawn.
Yeah,
it's on my side.
Yeah, I saw the lawn picture.
I'll show, let me share it again. So this is the site. The solar panels would be facing kind of toward the angle of the picture, a little bit to the right.
Yep.
Mary, you have a question.
Yeah, Madam Chair, it wasn't clear to me in looking through the documentation if they anticipate taking down any trees or doing any type of tree work.
No tree work is necessary. The nice aspect of this is all those trees are kind of sitting to the north side of the system. So, it's pointed south, which is kind of from the direction where that picture was taken. So it's really nice that, sun's going to just come up east to west all year long, even in, high in the summer, low in the winter. No tree work is needed at this point. I think there might have been in years past some work done on the property, but nothing in relation to this project.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, I had a quick question, Madam Chair.
Yes, Richard.
I was just curious, was there a site walk on this property?
Yes, so I was out there on Saturday with Andrea, and we spoke to the property owner. That's where I took that picture. She showed us where the site was. It's a totally disturbed lawn area. But I said there again, there is a little bit of a slope going down toward the river. So that's where, and also Herlin had gone out and she had some notes too. Given its siting and minimal impact associated with panel installation, it is my recommendation that the commission issue a negative determination with conditions as follows. Double erosion control measures to include silt fencing and straw wattles. No stockpiling or storage of materials within 100 feet of resource areas. And disturbed soils to be stabilized immediately upon completion of work with native seed mix, and any tree removal limited to only what is necessary for solar installation, which is there's no tree removal on this, right? So
Okay, and so actually one of my questions is to the delineation itself. Did the wetland end at the bank of the brook? Because it looks like in the plan, we're just using what they got off of another plan for the brook. So we did not go out on site and delineate the brook and the wetland?
I did not,
Okay,
and Herlin did not either.
okay.
Let's see, wetland locate, let me reshare my screen here.
Yeah, I just hate to verify wetlands that haven't been verified.
Yeah, that makes
I mean,
sense.
I don't necessarily have a problem with the solar being installed in this spot. It's outside, currently outside of the inner riparian zone, given that the brook is sited properly and there is absolutely no BVW off of the brook bank.
So if we're looking at the plan, wetland locations have been scaled and compiled. You guys can see this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Scaled and compiled from available municipal plans. The brook, as it runs nearest the proposed site of construction, was located on the ground at the top of its bank. So, and then brook is here. Again, we're not sure. This is the available municipal plans. And then there is the BVW right here.
Okay, do we know what plans he used to site the brook?
Can you answer that, Benjamin?
I'm not 100% sure. My team has put this together. We do a lot of projects, so I'm not sure exactly. I haven't spoke to exactly who put it together. I'd have to check on that.
Let me see if there's anything else in the meeting docs.
And how are the panels going to be supported?
Yeah, so it's a really nice simple technology with the ground screws. So you do ground screws into the ground, and then you post up from there, and it's a simple racking system.
Okay, and the wiring will be overhead? I don't see any groundwork from the array to the house.
There's a trench from the array to the barn.
Okay, and is that on the plan?
That is on the plans. Let me see. I believe it's
Right
shown.
here.
Yeah, I believe that's it. Although there might be.
That's just a dimension line.
Oh yeah, it
It's
is.
that. See the other one, the other red
This
line.
one right here.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's terminating to the left side of the barn, but it should just be going into the barn from there.
Okay, so we'll need to add the erosion protection to the plan. Any groundwork to the and call it out to the plan. And how does the power get from the house to the barn, or from the barn to the house?
There's a conduit that has a pole line, I believe, that we're going
Okay.
from, because the barn has power already.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's either a meter on the barn or we're pulling through from the barn there. Sorry, I had it during
There's,
the board.
I think I have a picture
I think
of, there's a big power panel next to the barn.
Is it on a post? Could be on a post.
Yeah. Let me see. A little bit to the left of the barn, but can you see this screen or do I have to,
We
or
see
am I
the
sharing?
it's like a zoom tab.
Okay, you can see over to there's more. I didn't get all of it, but over to the left right here, there's a power that's running to the barn, I'm assuming, and then to the house.
Is that the
Yep.
transformer
That's
is what
probably
it
a
looks
meter.
like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also on, I was just looking at the notes a little bit further. All information hereon shown is based upon an on-the-ground field survey conducted in November of 2023, with the primary instrument of survey being a Sokia IX-1205. Do we have any other questions from members of the commission?
I guess the other question I have is it looks like we already have an RDA for this project.
I know in the past there was another company that abandoned the project with the homeowner at some point. I'm not sure exactly the reasoning. There might have already been a RDA. I think the same thing came up at the zoning board as well.
And
Which
it looks
I'm
like
not
it's
sure.
the same exact plan that was submitted last year for the previous RDA.
This system is a different size system than the last year's, or the last system is what I remember from talking to the homeowner.
Okay. So you didn't use the plan prepared by Ludwig? Is there a date on it? Okay, November 23. Okay, yeah, so you're using the same exact plan. November 23 or November 28, 2023.
They might have put the wrong one in then.
Okay. So I guess we'll need the new plan then too.
I'm not sure 100%. I can't see what you guys are necessarily looking at, so I'm not sure.
Let me,
Yeah, so I'm just looking in OpenGov, Jenny. So they have an RDA 24-2 and then they have the RDA 25-9, but they both have the same submitted plan.
okay, but this is the plan I'm seeing in 24-2, which looks a little different. Let me,
Yeah, that's a totally different company too.
where are you seeing the one?
So when I went to photographs, oh, attachments, photographs, let me look at their site plan.
Oh yeah, this is,
Okay, yeah, so this one has no wetlands listed on it. This is just the design plan. It looks like the PV10.
yeah. So this is, the survey record.
Yeah, so then if you went to photographs in the uploads, that's the plot plan with the buffers.
Yeah, so this is, So it is definitely prepared for Paige Pereira. And this one says prepared for Claire Ryan. So is it the same? Let me look at the stamp here.
Are you kind of breaking up? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, look at that. They just changed the name on the plan, but it's the same plan.
I wonder if it's the. So
It might have
this
been the
first
homeowner
one.
that provided that, maybe. No.
Yeah, so this is
I think
prepared for
it's-
Paige Pereira. But it shows the owner. And then has two revisions. What's the revision on this one? Same
Same one.
revisions,
Yeah.
added 50 and added 30.
Seems old though. Where's because originally you had said something about an 8 kilowatt system, but it's not an 8 kilowatt system. Whatever we had with the zoning board, I'm not sure if that's in there. That is the correct one. Let me see.
So zoning board appears to be that same plot plan.
It's not the one we were looking at. I don't know if something got mis-uploaded.
They have building plans.
No. It's just the engineering doc.
Let me see if anything extra was uploaded. Oh, I think let me share this. This doesn't have any thing wetland
That
related.
is the correct design though. That's the one that we've been working off of if you guys do want more information.
So there's no buffer zones on this one at all, though. So it's an 18.920, which is, oh, I had 8.920, so that was a typo.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So Richard, what are you thinking about all of this?
So I guess at this point, I would recommend that we continue. The applicant can review the site plan to ensure that the 51.1 by 17.0 is the accurate footprint of the system. They can call out the trench with a little more detail, and they can place the erosion protection probably at the 100-foot buffer zone.
Okay, is
Can you
that,
Can you bring that up again, like the one that we're working off of?
yes.
Yeah, because unfortunately, where we've already approved an RDA that kind of sets the buffer line, the BBW line.
I have a question about that, Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and I'd like to ask it of Rich through you, if you will. Rich, I was clear that if we approve an NOI, that it sets the wetland for the next 3 years. I was not clear that that was true for an RDA. Is it?
Honestly, I don't know if it is or not.
Okay, so err on the side of caution.
I would probably recommend error on the side of caution.
Yeah, that's something though that we should be able to find out through the circuit rider or Herlin between now and the next
Hmm.
meeting, I think. But it's a good thing, I think, for all of us to know. So thanks for bringing it up, Rich. That's a place where it was gray and fuzzy for me.
Yeah, yeah, because unfortunately with the Mass Mapper, you can kind of see the brook bank, and
Exactly.
it's lawn after that around the driveway. But this is definitely a forested area on the neighbor's property, so it could very well have spread and been a forested wetland.
Mm-hmm.
So that would change some of the dimensions, which would put some of this construction in the inner riparian zone.
Yes, all good
Um,
points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
currently it's outside, so but if this is a smaller system, they may not need as big of an envelope, or the design may have changed and the envelope may have changed. So we just want to make sure that their plan's accurate.
Can we go back to the plan that originally we were looking at? Because I think the trench and everything is actually accurate. I'm just trying to wrap my head around and make sure that we're all on the same page. Because we also are kind of running into some weather considerations here with everything that's going on too. Like, I don't want to install ground stuff too late in the season. So I want to try to do everything that we can. I'm with the straw wattle and the silt fence, like, whatever we got to do, let's do it. I just want to make sure we're on the right page or on the same page, because I think that does show where the trench is going. And then I think we just need to figure out what is this one. So see the red line that's coming out of that solar system and then wrapping around the backside of the barn and then terminating where we saw that electrical box. That is where the trench is going. Yeah, that right there.
This one?
Yep. So it goes from the system behind the barn, wraps around and connects to that electrical box.
Okay, the one from the picture, yep.
Yeah, so that's in the 100-foot buffer. What else do you get? So then we need to put the silt fence and straw wattle on that 100-foot buffer. Where do you guys suggest we put that?
That would be my suggestion. Place it right on the 100-foot buffer.
Okay.
So
So
start
from-
from looking at the
Look
plan,
around.
start from 30 or 40 feet to the left of the system and go all the way around. Probably to that second building thereabouts, where you're going to be
Yes.
digging a trench all along the backside there.
Okay, beautiful. So with that kind of plan in place, is that kind of where we're at as far as we need the double straw wattle silt fence on that 100-foot buffer line? Is that
Yep.
the idea?
Yep, and call out in description the trench and the whatever you're going to put in there for a casing.
What do you mean?
Yep. I mean, right now it's a red line. We don't know what it is. Is it going to be a 3/4-inch conduit, a 4-inch conduit? How deep down is it going to go?
Okay.
Is it concrete?
Is
in
that
case
something
where
that
it's
you guys
electric?
need to determine? Because typically we're just going to do what's code for this. Is there some additional considerations that you guys need for the conduit and everything?
Well, no, just explain out what you're doing, because we're not the electrical board, so we have no idea what the codes are and what to expect there
Yeah, it's 18 inches,
on
schedule
the
80.
plan. Yep, just put it on the plan.
Okay.
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes,
I think
please.
Commissioner Bursch is asking for those additional details. I mean, just for the clarity of the applicant, because there's a lot more soil disturbance that happens with a 1-inch pipe versus an 18-inch pipe versus a 2-foot pipe. And that I think is really what is the heart of the matter, is us being 100% clear on how much soil disturbance there will be in these buffer zones.
Well, so no, I know that 100%. It's 18 inches down, and then you have about an inch and a half PVC.
Okay,
Yeah.
having that kind of detail on a drawing makes it
have it on
unambiguous
the-
for us
I have
when
it on
we're
the
looking at
electrical
it. On the what plan?
like, because this is just for this, but when we have like the electrical permit and stuff like that is on the electrical plan.
Right, but this is
Typically-
all that's been submitted to us. And I'm aligned with Commissioner Birch and wanting to have drawings that are unambiguous.
Thank you,
Okay.
man. Yeah, unfortunately, Benjamin, we're not basing our permit on other boards or other departments in town because we don't have access to any of that. We have to base our decision on our permit on what you submit. And then this is all we have in front of us. This is all we have to enforce the permit moving forward. So if it is ambiguous
so
and
I
we
just-
don't understand what's there, then, if somebody calls it out, there's nothing on the plan to say this is what it's supposed to be. So we need to make sure that everybody understands what's being applied for and what's being approved.
Okay. Do you guys know when the next meeting is? Just because I'm trying to help this homeowner out.
17th?
September 17th, 2025.
Okay. All right. So we just got to put the straw and wattle, and then the size of the PVC and trench.
And then Richard, as far as the delineation,
I would just ask Herlin if she does get a chance to just go out and verify that the BVW is at the bank, top of the bank.
okay.
That she should be able to do that fairly quickly.
Okay.
If the brook does look like it does under the driveway, it should be pretty straightforward. So, but unfortunately from Mass Mapper, I can't, it's just all treed, so you can't see the brook.
Okay. Okay, so at this point, I think we're looking for a motion to continue.
To the 17th of September, so moved.
Second,
Second,
Right, roll call vote. Mary Wilson,
aye.
Mike LaRouche,
aye.
Richard Birch,
Aye.
Andrea Burnett,
Aye.
and I for myself. So that is a motion. So we'll be back. We'll see you again on September 17th. And you'll add the erosion control, call out the size of the trench and what the pipe is. And then we'll have our agent go out and check the BPW at the site. Does that sound like everything, Richard?
Sounds good to me.
Everybody?
Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
There.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
thanks. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. All right, so up next, pursuant to MGL Chapter 131, Section 40 in the Town of Lunenburg Wetlands Protection and Municipal Bylaws. We have a public hearing on a notice of intent by Earnco Development Corporation for the construction of a driveway to serve a single-family home and the installation of a water line from the existing well in between the 50-foot and 100-foot buffer zone at 809 Chase Road. Do we have the applicant or their representative? Okay, Dan Wolf. Are you the applicant or are you
I
their
am
representative?
The representative.
Okay. Last I checked, there was no DEP number for this one.
I just checked myself about 5 minutes ago, and that is true.
Okay. So we wouldn't be able to, vote on this tonight. Would you like to go over the project with us?
Sure, that would be great.
Okay.
Can I
You
share
should be
my
able to
screen?
share your screen. Yep.
Okay. Oh. All right, can you see that?
Yes.
All right, first night with a new computer, so bear with me, thank you. My name is Dan Wolf. I'm with David Ross Associates representing EarnCo Development Corp. This evening. This is for a lot known as Lot C on Chase Road. It contains 3.68 acres. And what the filing is for is the just the actual driveway itself coming from Chase Road up to the building site, which is outside of the buffer zone. And it is also the subject of a previous notice of intent that had expired. The notice of intent that had been issued, the order of conditions that had been issued before was issued, and some of the construction has already taken place, most of which was just the driveway, the roughing of the driveway, I should say, as well as the installation of the well. What we are coming before you with tonight is to show some minor grading on this roughed out driveway. We want to finish that as a finished product. And then also the well that had been drilled a number of years ago needs to be connected to the proposed house with a water line. So there'll be a trench dug with the water line within that trench coming up toward the house, which again, I'll mention is outside the buffer zone. What we're dealing with in terms of a wetland area, there's an intermittent stream to the south that's shown on the plan here. And there's a small intermittent stream that comes from the back of the house next door. It was probably a man-made ditch trying to move some water around the yard or make for a drier yard that's been there for many years. And that stream runs to the north of the driveway. So the buffer zones do collide, putting our proposed driveway almost equidistant between those two intermittent streams. As the driveway approaches the house, you can see it coming out of the 100-foot buffer zone, which is detailed with that dark dashed line. So that's the extent of the work on the east side of the lot. And again, I've already described the work on the west side is just from the existing well to the proposed house. All of the fill that's needed for the septic system and the septic system itself will be outside of the buffer zone. So fairly limited amount of work that needs to be done to finish this up. So if I can answer any questions, I'd be happy to.
Okay, do we have any questions from members of the commission?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I did have a couple quick questions. I think I'm looking at an older picture of the site. Has the base for the septic system been graded and put in place?
Yes, it had. That was
Okay.
done under the old order of conditions. It consisted of just what is known as the breakout fill. That's the fill that's needed surrounding the system. And we went out and retopoed that just a few months ago to ensure that all the fill was as needed for compliance with Title V. So that fill is in place and somewhat stable through there.
Okay, and the mound is still there of fill off to
Yes,
the
it is.
side of it? Okay,
There is some cover material that will need to be put over that once the stone and piping gets installed.
okay. Just a note that it's supposed to have fill in it that looks like that may be partially in the 100-foot buffer. At least from the older picture I have on the east side of the system.
Again, that would have been stockpiled back under a now expired order of conditions, yes.
Okay. And are you looking to do this fall to build the house or?
I believe the applicant is, yes.
Okay. Oh, no, my only recommendation, if it is in the 100-foot, it should be, you should have erosion protection around it, at least on the wetland side of it. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It looks like the base grading for the driveway's in. Looks like it's been cleared for the well So I don't see any other issues myself, Madam Chair. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Richard. Do we have any other questions or comments from members of the commission?
Madam Chair,
Yes, Mike.
I have not been able to see any of the maps that applicants have been producing, except for the first one that the last applicant brought in, and I couldn't see any of your pictures, so I'm not sure if it's my system, not, I see
You-
the sharing part coming in, but then nothing happens after the sharing part. So I just want you to know that I'm kind of relying on the verbal aspects of what the applicant is saying and your responses to the applicant, but I can't see anything. So
So are you just seeing a black screen, like it says starting screen share and then nothing pops up?
correct.
And it's just a big black screen for you right now.
Well, actually, I'm seeing the applicant, but it looks like he's frozen. So, perhaps I may have
Is-
to shut
Is
down.
his head moving
over.
now?
Pardon?
Did his head just move?
It has not.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Everyone else
Okay.
is moving except for him.
and that's Dan Wolf that
See
you're seeing now?
Mary, and I see myself. Yay, me too. I see myself. But
not
okay,
the-
now I see a wave from the applicant. But
I'm
so once
thinking
again, go
If
ahead.
you're seeing his screen, if you're seeing him and
Yes.
not his screen, you
Yes.
might be zoomed in the wrong place. If you try, I'm trying to think of like changing the view maybe. So you see in the top right where you have the view button,
Yeah.
hopefully. You could try, what are you set to there? Is it standard?
It's standard. Oh,
Okay.
look at that. I just saw when I hit the arrow, I do see a plan.
Click
And-
on, go scroll like where it says view. If you go down a little bit, you have the option to swap video and shared screen. That might bring you over to the shared screen.
There's home, team chat, meetings, that line bar.
No, so if you're in the top right,
Yeah, top right.
Um,
Get it.
if you click on view, then you should see a bunch of settings, standard, side-by-side speaker, side-by-side
Oh, I
gallery.
see. Okay.
And then down a little further, you see swap video and shared screen.
Okay, but it's just a tiny postage stamp, and I can't seem to make it any larger.
So if you click on swap video and shared screen, it might make the shared screen bigger and then make you the postage stamp. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, nothing I've done
Okay.
made a difference, but I just want you to know I'm relying on you, and I'll figure this out, but I don't want to slow down the meeting just because I can't see something. But
Do you want to try popping out and popping back in?
yeah, let me try that.
Okay.
Good idea. Thank you.
Okay. So while we're waiting for Mike to come back in, did we have any other comments, questions, suggestions for the applicant's representative? Or anything we'd want to see?
I guess I did have one more question, Madam Chair, as I'm
Yes,
looking.
please.
I see one single call out for erosion protection. Can we clear that up a little bit? Because I would imagine they're gonna have erosion protection along the driveway if there's still grading or blacktopping, and around the existing well, and that finger into the 100-foot, and then along the 100-foot line in the back.
Yeah, so you're asking to have that all put on the plan?
Yes, yeah.
For when
Like
they
I
come
say, I
back.
think I see one on the north side of the proposed driveway, but I don't see any other
Yes,
erosion protection running along the 100-foot buffer line,
there
or
is
where you
erosion.
have limit of fill going inside the 100-foot, or the work for the existing well and the digging of the water line.
Are you able to see my cursor moving?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, we've got erosion control starting right there
Yep,
and follows all the way along the north side of the driveway to
Yep.
this location,
yep,
protecting any erosion from the driveway heading toward the north.
mm-hmm,
There is another section of erosion control that starts here in the middle of the screen and goes toward Chase Road because it's that section there that has a gradient from the driveway to the south.
okay,
Any of the grades happening over on the left side of the screen are heading in the northerly direction and are being captured by this erosion control here. So erosion control is where it's properly needed on the north and south of the driveway. And then I've just moved the plan a little bit to the left, and you can see how we've got another section of erosion control that goes all the way around the trenched area from the well until it's out of the buffer zone.
right. Is the dotted line designated as your erosion control
Yes, it is.
in the legend?
Right here, there is a note that says the filter sock, and that being a typical part of the detail.
Okay. And it does look like you've got some fill going into the 100-foot buffer to the east side of the septic system. Then that looks like a fairly steep gradient down in towards the wetland.
No, let me correct that. That
Okay.
line is shown on this septic plan
Mhm.
as required by the Board of Health in the event that the future expansion is ever utilized 20, 30 years in the future.
Okay.
Okay, so that is just for Board of Health compliance, showing that any fill that might be needed would be contained within the lot. Certainly, if that were being done now, we would also be addressing that.
Okay. When I do look at the site, I mean, the site's been cleared. So myself, I would like to see the erosion protection on either the limit of work or the 100-foot buffer line. And just for clarification, if you call out the different zones of work, you've got one on one line that starts and finishes on the north side of the drive. Put one on the south side, put one around the.
I have to admit, I'm losing track of where you're talking about, because we've captured any disturbance in the area of the driveway
Mhm.
is capturing any erosion and sedimentation heading north. We're also doing that on the south side of the driveway where any of the potential erosion would be heading in a southerly direction. So we're capturing all avenues of any erosion from any portion of the driveway is being captured in the gradient direction that it's heading.
Again, I mean, I can share, I still see the areas, and honestly, it looks like you've cleared into the 100-foot buffer around the septic system. So, I mean, your limit of work should have erosion protection at the limit of work.
Madam Chair, can Rich Bursch share his
Absolutely.
screen?
Please do.
Do I need to stop to allow that? Should I hit stop?
It should
I
allow him to
see.
take over.
Okay.
Mike, are you all sorted? Can you see now? Oh, you're muted.
Yes, I'm all set, Madam
Okay.
Chair. Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, so can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
So it looks like this roughly here is the 100-foot buffer line.
Okay, I can't see anything different now. I'm going to stop sharing if that's okay.
Yeah.
And maybe his image will come up. And I'm hitting the stop share button and nothing's happening.
We have shifted Mike's problem over to
there we
Dan
go.
Wolf.
There we go.
You're good now?
Yes, I
Okay.
can see it.
Yeah, so it looks like from the plan that somewhere in this area here is the 100-foot buffer from this intermittent stream. So there does look like there's been clearing. I mean, we have bare ground in through here, so we really should have erosion protection along there. And then the same on this side. The 100-foot buffer was fairly close to this location here from the looks of the plan, but I mean, I don't think it's a big deal to have erosion protection running along the back, around the finger. And then again, down through here, through this,
I
fill pile.
completely understand what you're saying, Mr. Birch,
Mhm.
and I agree with you. Then yes, we can extend from the driveway erosion control that I showed you earlier.
Yep.
We'll extend it right up where your cursor's running. Yes,
Yeah, or where the limit of work is,
sure.
whatever's easier. But I mean, there should be erosion protection in through here where we have bare ground and then again in the back, so.
Right, and I do know that this image was taken some time ago. I
Yeah.
don't see the date there.
Yeah, it says it's a 23, but
23.
yeah, you
Okay.
confirmed that there was a spoils pile here, and actually, I think this is on your plan
Yes.
right here. Am I
Yes,
sharing the
there it is.
plan?
All right, we can certainly extend that upward. As we talked about earlier tonight, we don't have a file number, so
Mhm.
I will have to return, and I will make sure that that is encompassed going up by that spoils pile as well as on the west side where your cursor is now. Yes.
Yeah, and then just
Perfect.
jot it down around here.
Yep.
I thank you very much.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Madam Chair.
Thank you so much. Okay, so do we have any more questions from members of the commission? Do we have any questions from members of the public? Okay, it does not look like it. So I'd be looking for, oh,
Madam
Mary.
Chair, yeah, I'm sorry, I was trying to double check, and I don't think we have the delineation report for this.
It was part of the notice of intent.
Was it included in the notice of intent? I probably just get to the back of the document.
Yeah, under attachment A, which came right after the DEP transmittal form.
Okay. It is nice working with an applicant who is familiar with the documents that they have submitted. Thank you very much for that.
It was that wetland report that actually held me up trying to get this submitted, so I knew it was in there.
Yeah, very good. And I see that it's there. Okay, thank you. I just like having them for, completeness. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so thanks for that, Mary. Do we have any other questions regarding this application? Okay, so I think I'm looking for a motion to continue to September 17th, 2025 with the applicant to add the erosion controls to the submitted plan. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second,
Roll call vote. Richard Birch,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
aye.
Andrea Burnett,
Aye.
Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
and I for myself. So we will see you September 17th.
Great. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay. Moving on to continued public hearings. Pursuant to MGL Chapter 131, Section 40, and the town, actually, this one was, they asked to continue, so we'll open it to continue it. They asked to continue to September 17th while they wait for peer review. So, Pursuant to MGL Chapter 131, Section 40 in the Town of Lunenburg Wetlands Protection and Municipal Bylaws, continued public hearing for a notice of intent by Tanner Cole for construction of a common driveway to service 4 single-family dwellings at 1083 Northfield Road. The applicant has requested to continue to September 17th, 2025. Do I have a motion to continue?
So moved.
Second.
All right, Richard with the motion and Mary with the second.
I think it was
Uh,
Mike.
Oh, was that Mike?
It was Mike's golden tones, yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Mike. Mike with the motion and Mary with the second. Okay, roll call vote. Richard Bursch,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Andrea Burnett,
Aye.
and Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
and I for myself. Okay. Up next, continued public hearing. Pursuant to MGL Chapter 131, Section 40 in the Town of Lunenburg Wetlands Protection and Municipal Bylaws, a continued public hearing, a notice of intent by Ashley Owens for the demolition of an existing home and construction of a 2-unit dwelling in the 100-foot buffer zone at 68A Laurel Lane. Do we have the applicant or their representative? And I do see the applicant on the meeting. Hello. Okay, so I did see you have a DEP number now.
Correct.
There are some comments. Did you see the comments?
Yes, and we submitted the the BVW form this morning. And the woman that we've been speaking with at DEP said she received it and we're all set with that.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen and show us what you submitted? Is that up on OpenGov?
Yes.
I haven't checked yet today.
The bordering vegetated wetland is not on OpenGov. That was sent directly to DEP, but I can upload it if you want it.
That would be great. And also,
Sure.
would you like to share it with us?
Sure.
Or you can upload it to OpenGov and I can share it. But
That's okay.
definitely upload it to OpenGov no matter what, just so we have
Absolutely.
it there.
So are you seeing the application?
Mhm.
Yes.
If I switch over to this tab, do you see the site plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the site plan done by David Ross. I think Dan Wolf may still be in the room with us.
I'm not seeing, oh wait, hold on.
He's still logged on.
Yep,
Madam
he's still
Chair.
here. Yep.
That's okay. He doesn't have to, but it is was done in conjunction with him. His crew, so David Ross came out and installed some flags and filled out the wetland forms for us. So the crew that came out 2 weekends ago saw the existing house and took some photos. It is just behind the 50-foot no structure zone. The proposal is to demolish that house and build a new duplex starting further away from the lake, about halfway through the existing house, building towards the street.
All right, is that all you have for now? Should we move
Yes.
on to the commission? Okay, and then this
Yes.
is what you submitted to the DEP.
Correct.
Okay.
If you want to see anything from this, you can. I'm not super familiar with it, so
Okay. Do we have any questions for members of the commission? Can you put the plan up on the screen one more time?
sure. Sorry about that.
No worries. No. Okay. So, no questions for members of the commission?
Madam Chair, if I may,
Yes,
I did listen to the previous meeting, where I was not in attendance, and I sent you the, appropriate Mullins, attestation form. Oh, one place that I'm having trouble remembering though is, there was discussion about hay and straw,
I have,
wattles, right? And where did we land with the use of,
I
straw
have an
wattles?
update on that. I spoke to
Okay.
Herlin right after we had that conversation. I did let them know at the last meeting. And there was a miscommunication. Herlin said we should be using straw wattles.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
forget.
the
there
message I was sent must have been just incorrect.
So,
So it's
Yeah,
it's back
so-
on the plan now.
so
And
straw
do we have the
wattles
updated plan with that note?
with the straw wattles
Yes.
on it?
I believe the one that was uploaded just has the silt barrier, without the straw wattles, because like I said, the message I was sent in OpenGov says no straw or hay. But I can upload this one as well. It's in the same spot, so it doesn't move. It just adds hay to it. Straw.
I would just be looking for it, Madam
So-
Chair, I would just be looking for it so that it has removed the note that says no, silt, the silt
Yep.
Okay,
barrier will not have, straw wattles on it. So that note was the thing I was kind of keying in on. Ooh,
Okay.
that shouldn't be there.
okay, wait, where is that note? Are you talking about a
That
note?
note is not on this sheet. That note is not on the sheet that you have from David Ross. That note is on the sheet that I had submitted from the architect, like for me as an architect.
Okay,
But I can upload this one too, just so everyone's on the same page.
does that work for you, Mary?
Yeah, I was just looking to see, it does have the, limit of work. Is it limit of work? Where is the note about where the silt, fence is gonna go? It
Right
seems
here.
like,
So proposed
okay,
siltation.
perfect.
Yep,
works
and
for me.
we'll do it. Okay.
And what it was hay bales, I think were what Herlin
Right.
was referring to. No hay bales, and no straw bales or hay bales, not straw wattles, I guess.
Right. Got it.
Is what Herlin was referring to. Do we have any other questions from members of the commission? Do we have any questions from members of the public? It does not seem that we do. All right, I think I'd be looking for a motion. Motion to approve.
So moved. Mike?
Do I have a second?
Second by Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Roll call vote. Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
Richard Bursch.
I abstain. I was not at the last meeting.
Oh, right. Thank you, Richard. Andrea Burnett
Aye.
and I for myself. So,
Madam Chair,
yes.
I forgot I was not at the last meeting either, so
Oh, no, we don't have a quorum on this one then.
What?
Oh,
Can I start
rats.
over and present it?
I'm sorry?
Can I start over and just present it?
Reopen the, reopen it. That should be valid.
Yeah, as a completely new meeting.
Stop. You're on camera.
Okay, so would I just close the meeting and then reopen it as I've never done this before, so somebody walk me through this.
I've never had to do it, before either, Madam Chair.
So I don't think any additional information was really presented last week.
Yeah, I mean, last week, the only thing we really went over was the hay bales.
Right.
Um,
And the DEP number, which we now
Right.
are all set on.
Richard, as our,
Yeah, as
long
long
as
as she
running-
just represents all of the information.
Okay, do I have to close the hearing and then reopen it as a brand new hearing?
No, I don't think you have to do that. She can just represent all of the information from the last hearing that Mike and I were not at.
Okay, all right, so go, please proceed with all of the information.
Okay, so the folks who were here, I think I went through it. I don't know if there was additional information that I missed. But basically there's an existing shack on the site that needs to be demolished. It is this outline here. Oh, I think I've stopped sharing.
Yeah.
I apologize. So everyone sees it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the shack is here. Folks from the commission came out and took a look at it and took some photos. We are proposing to build an up-down duplex here, further away from the lake than the current house. There's an existing septic system that we'll be getting rid of and doing an ejector pump up to the street. Proposed new water service, silt fence with hay bales, not hay bales, straw wattles. You're saying the wrong word in my ear.
We'll all get this right eventually.
Yeah. Along this area, there is a drop off, so there's stairs that go down, so the silt fence will protect that area. I think that's pretty much what we presented last week.
Madam Chair, if I may, just
Yes.
because I just watched last week's meeting, the drawing that we were looking at last week had proposed stockpile to the side and also on the lake side as a backup plan for
So that-
stockpile.
Oh, yes, so here's, yeah, area one is
Correct.
here.
We're not gonna do that, so this is going to control. We don't think that we'll need to use this space, and I prefer to keep away from the lake. So the proposed stockpile areas here and here are the ones that will control.
Even better.
Do we have any further questions from members of the commission or comments? And do we have any comments from members of the public or questions? All right, do we feel like everything has been presented? Okay, so we're looking for a motion to approve?
So move.
Do I have a
Second.
All right, Richard with the motion and Mary with the second. Roll call vote. Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Richard Bursch,
Aye.
Andrea Burnap,
Aye.
and I for myself. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And yeah, have a good night.
You too. Good night.
Good night.
All right. Thanks for working that out with us. All right, so that is the end of our hearings. Up next, we have our administrative determinations. First, we have 44 Hemlock Trail. Do we have the applicant on for that?
Yep,
That-
this is Carol.
Carol.
I'm here.
Hi, thank you so much for coming back.
It's Hemlock Terrace.
Terrace, that's what it is, TR.
Yep.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So I do have Herlin's notes. She said that she spoke to you.
Yep.
And this one, Mary watched the meeting last week, but Richard and Michael were not here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it really quick, or I can just share?
Yeah, you can just share. I know that I had my tree service that did come in. It started out with a tree that fell on the house in between two power lines, and I had a tree service come out and they said, you have some bigger issues. There's bigger trees that are over your house and your barn, and they need to be immediately removed. And then I had the Hickory Hills Association come down. They looked at it, they agreed they need to be removed. And then we had Herlin come in this morning. And we had, the tree service had proposed 11 or 12 trees, and then she proposed to bring it up to, she wanted 16 removed. And I just went around and like counted them, and I think I need 20, but the problem is I don't know what counts as a tree. Like some of them are just like, like 12 inches, not like big, huge trees, but they're leaning towards the house. And Herlin had said, you probably need to remove those as well. So I don't know, you know what I mean? So I was hoping to take everything down.
Okay, yeah, so I just threw up a picture of, this is the one that was on the house, this is the one that fell on the house.
It's still on the house, yeah, and it's in between
Okay.
2 power lines on each side of it.
Oh, okay, so this one has not been taken care of yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me pull up Harlan's notes. For this one and read them.
Yeah, she had said it's immediate. It's a safety issue and you need to get it done as soon as you can.
So after reviewing submitted materials, the property owner has requested removal of 11 trees, all marked with red ribbon due to safety concerns. One large tree has a branch resting on the house between 2 live power lines, and the tree service determined that several others pose a risk of falling on the house and garage. Michael from the Hickory Hills Land and Resources Association visited the site and confirmed the immediate need for removal. Photos in the marked site plan were provided for reference. I recommend the commission support this request under an administrative determination due to the public safety hazard. And then let me just, I'll put up the site plan.
Yeah, and she had taken
Diagram.
several pictures.
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to be on video? I just noticed I can press the button.
That's okay.
It does.
Let me share my screen. Okay, it's not giving me the option to share my entire screen for some reason. It's only letting me share windows. So I'm afraid that once can you see this, or is it still in the OpenGov?
I can see it.
The picture where it says 8:15, it shows the.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. So the way OpenGov opens is everything gets its own tab. So
looks like the same one.
it kind of looks very similar. Here's another one.
Yeah.
Can everybody see these?
Yes.
Okay. Here's some more. They're leaning that way. I guess that way isn't a very this one very close.
I think that one's on the side of the garage.
Madam Chair, may I ask a question?
Yes.
Do we have any clarity as to what trees will remain after all of the proposed work is done?
There was last time we were here, there was, is this not, I swear I could have sworn there was a picture that showed.
Yeah, that's the one that we did that sort of outlined them, but then when Harlan came in, she added trees that she said absolutely need to be removed. So, I wasn't, this all came on me, just because the one tree fell down on the house. I didn't realize I had an issue. So this is all, somewhat new to me. Not, you know what I mean? I'm just going with what the tree service says and what Harlan says. But there's a ton of trees on the property. It's just, these are just the ones that are over the house or over the garage, literally that will fall on the house and the garage.
And this is terrace.
Yeah.
gonna bring up not the best Google Maps, but this is a aerial of the property. Not very clear though. So how many trees are we up to now? So I know originally it was 11.
11, and then Herlin added, she put up to 16, but she said that you really need to do 20. So, but I mean, they're not really like trees. Like some of them are like 6 inches, some of them are like 12 inches, but she said they're growing towards the house and some of them are dead. So I don't know how you considered a tree, you know what I mean? Is there a certain size or whatever? You know what I mean? But when I counted, there was 20 that need to come down, but they're not like the big, huge trees that you're seeing in the picture. They're just like smaller ones. Like some of them are like probably like 4 inches wide, but she's the one who pointed them out. This is all, you know what I mean? I'm just going with what the tree service and Herlin is saying. This is not my expertise.
So when you're saying the ones that are around 4 inches wide, it's like,
Yeah.
see these ones right here.
Yeah, and also see, I don't know how you count these because see, if you look at the trunk, there's like 3 coming. It's one trunk with 3 branches coming out of it. Is that considered one tree or 3 trees? You know what I mean? You see, that's what I didn't.
That would be one. Mike has his hand up. Let's see. I want to see what Mike has to say. Mike?
I'm just curious, are you leaving the stumps in the ground? You're not pulling the stumps after?
Yeah, no, Carolyn said that I have to leave the stumps because of erosion. So you're not you can't grind them at all. You just have to cut them as low as they can cut them, she said, but no grinding.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Do we have any other questions? So I don't have a diagram for you, Mary.
Madam Chair, could I share my screen?
Yes.
I don't have, I'm just, I'm in Mass Mapper, but we can toggle through, we get a little better clarity.
Yep.
I think.
All yours.
Yeah, this is 2021, right? And you get a little bit of clarity about the quantity of trees, right? Yeah, I go to 2023, it's more, right? But gosh, I just don't know. 22 is a lot. I'm not denying
No,
that,
20.
20, that's a lot. And I'm not denying that they don't need to come down. Certainly the photos I saw of the trees being so close to the house makes it seem like they need to come down. I just, in my mind, think about like, what's going to be left and should there, should there be some replacements put in the bank there in the 30-foot or whatnot, right? Even if they're just understory types of trees. I don't know.
So, is there how many? This is probably a silly question, but do you know roughly how many trees you have on your property?
There's a lot of trees. I mean, we're on the water on 3 sides and it's all surrounded by trees. These are the trees that are literally like one is almost touching the house. We have one that's literally over the barn, I mean, not the barn, the garage. So it's just the trees hadn't been taken care of or hadn't been done for years. And the family's owned the house for 40 years and obviously it hasn't, nothing has been done and they've just grown over the house and over the garage. So we're not really taking any near the water off. It's just next to the garage and next to the house. And I was only proposing 11 per the tree service, but Herlin, she came in and she goes, no, you need 16 done. I mean, this is you guys telling me, I'm not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and then it looks like from the pictures, the trees that are proposed to be taken out are in like clumps, like in groups?
There's, I have to say there, it's kind of funny. Yeah, they do seem to be somewhat in groups. And I don't know why. And a lot of them like start like from the tree trunk coming up, like it's almost like two trees come out of the trunk. So there's a couple of 2 or 3 trees like that, you know what I mean? So, and she said, Harlan said a lot of them are dead. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know, you know what I mean? But she was pointing to them pointing to the branches and showing me. She's like, no, this is dead. This is dead. This is dead. I'm like, whoa, I just thought they were over the house causing damage, not realizing they were dead trees as well.
Okay. Where there like bigger clumps of trees that are going to come out, so there might be some, sparse areas. Would you be
No,
looking maybe? I'm sorry.
there's really not going to be any sparse areas because there's so many trees on the property. It's just, if you come and you'll look, and because there's so many trees, and if you look, we have a peninsula too off the side where it's all full of trees as well. So we're not taking anything really close to the water. It's all literally close to the house or close to the garage.
Richard, you have your hand up.
Carol, when are you looking to take the trees down?
Harlan said immediately.
All right. Do you have somebody contracted that's coming in tomorrow?
Not tomorrow, but I was going to let them know tonight.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Fortunately, Madam Chair, myself, I would like to see some sort of diagram of location of the trees that are coming down, which ones are live, which ones are dead, and at least a rough idea of, what is around them when they come down. I mean, we wouldn't ask any less from an applicant unless I'm missing a diagram somewhere in the application.
I thought there was one in the last meeting, but I'm not seeing one.
Okay.
The Iron Tree Service is the name of the company. They're a big tree service.
I mean, I'm not finding anything in OpenGov under the determination application, unless I'm missing something.
No, I don't think you are. I'm not seeing it either. I'm seeing that one diagram that is not really what you're looking for.
No, I see
then-
one diagram, but I don't know what it's a diagram of.
Yeah.
But I mean, myself, we have to have even the most basic, the property line, the at least where the wetlands are, and a rough idea of where the 30-foot no touch is, which trees are alive, which trees are dead. Like Mary says, I mean, it's kind of hard to make a decision if we need to be replacing anything, unless somebody's been on site and can, say.
So Harlan,
Harlan was on site this morning.
Yeah.
yeah, so we do have notes from Harlan. I do think the one that's sitting on her house in the power lines is definitely an immediate need.
Yeah, that service is such a big service that they're so busy they can't come in just to do a little, you know what I mean? They said they'll come in. And I mean, Harlan basically said it's not like, she basically said that this is a different need than having to take the trees down. She said it's a safety issue, and safety overrides everything else. She made me a little nervous too, you know what I mean? So I already have my truck that has been damaged from tree branches falling. It smashed the windshield. It put 2 dents in my truck. And then I can't even park my car in the driveway right now. I have to keep moving it because I have to look up because there's so many over these huge branches that are falling down into the driveway. So, and then I have the power line too. So it's definitely a little, scary. So, she was basically saying that safety overrides everything, and that's what she told me. This is all new to me. I'm only into removing all these trees because we had the one fall in the house. I didn't realize I even had an issue.
Yeah, I
So,
guess from my standpoint, I mean, the safety issue is I can see the tree branch. It's not an entire tree.
No, no, no. She's saying if you look at the trees, they're literally over the house or leaning on the house.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many. It's just not one tree. It's several trees that have issues.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
they're, yeah.
As Madam Chair, if I
Yes.
may, and Rich, I'm interrupting you.
Go right ahead, Mary.
I I would like for us to find a way to go ahead and proceed because of the urgency of the safety issue. But I also know that once the horse is out of the barn, the horse is out of the barn. You can't really get it back. Maybe as a way to proceed, we could approve with a condition that everything be replaced 2-to-1. And then the applicant can come back with the right documentation and show us that some of those trees were not in an area that need to or not appropriate for 2-to-1, and we could consider changing the order then once we have the appropriate documentation and location of the trees that were removed. And just brainstorming an option.
I think that seems like that sounds very fair to me. What do you think about that, Richard?
You know, if the applicant agrees to that stipulation that she is responsible for 2-to-1 2-to-1 replacement of all the trees taken out, I would further ask that if the tree service isn't able to turn around prior to our next meeting, that we get the proper documentation and she comes back in with it.
Okay, so we would approve it with the 2-to-1 replication, and then if the tree service is not able to get out there before the next meeting, be ready with a diagram and some documentation of what's coming out, where it is, some
Who
that
who does the diagram? Like how do I, you know what I mean? I'm not exactly sure what you need for a diagram. Like, am I supposed to like measure from the water, or do I have the tree service do it? Who does the diagram?
I've seen self-made diagrams. I've seen diagrams from engineers
Okay.
and all of the things in between. What would we be looking for?
Yeah, I mean, so measure like the tree from the bar, I mean, the tree from like the garage and then from the water, like I don't exactly know what you're looking for.
Madam Chair,
Yep.
can I just share quick?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is just from another applicant, just to show the simplicity of it, the plan we're looking for.
Okay, so they did it, they self did it. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, they just drew in the edge of the wetland, or in your case, the lake,
Yeah.
the house, the driveway, and then the location of the trees you're looking to take out.
Right.
At least that way there we have something to approve.
Okay. And then
The-
when I put the trees back in, because I know there are several different types of trees. Does it matter what tree, do I go pine to pine or oak to oak, or does it matter?
I would start with an exact variety replication,
Okay. Okay.
but
And
at least
And-
we have something to say, this is what's coming out, and
Mhm.
then we can decide what needs to go back, if anything.
Okay.
yeah, that's what I was going to say too. The commission is amenable to, I mean, we're starting out from the most conservative position of 2-to-1 replacement for everything because we don't know where they are. But if the commission's amenable to have you come back in with this type of drawing, right? And then maybe we could relax it to reduce the burden on you for that 2-to-1 replication.
So at this point, not sure how it stands. Like, is if the service says they can come this week, are they allowed to come or not?
We still have to vote.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, yeah, so if and if anybody correct me if I'm wrong, if we did vote to approve, and your service was not able to come before the next meeting, we would be looking for a diagram
Mhm.
like this one that's on the screen
Yeah.
of what's there and what's not, if what's there now, what you're planning to remove. If they are able to come between now and the next meeting, this is if we were able to approve it, then we would be looking for, I guess, pictures of what was removed, a diagram of what was removed, a diagram of what's remaining. And then we would figure out if that 2-to-1 replication is appropriate, or if there's some sort of other replication that may be more appropriate depending on what's there. Does that sound right to everybody?
Madam Chair, I think we're just looking for the diagram at the next meeting. We'll give her permission to have the tree service come in and take down what her and Herlin have talked about. But just leaving the determination open to remediation. So I would think we would need this type of plan with what's taken out in either case at the next meeting.
Okay, so when you say leaving it open to remediation, that would be that the trees could be removed in between now and the next meeting?
Yes,
And no
and
matter what, we'd be looking
she
for a
understands
diagram.
that at this point, she would have to do a 2-to-1 replacement of all trees taken out.
Okay. I bet we'd be
So-
continue.
Not that Carol's gonna just walk away from us, but at that point, the applicant understands that there is, the trees do need to be replaced at this point, and then she can come back and ask for that, decision to be changed or updated when we get the
Okay.
updated information and the updated, diagram.
Okay. Okay, so it sounds like what I'm looking for would be a motion to continue to the next meeting with the applicant being, was he open to remediation? Were those the words that you used, Richard?
Understands that she is responsible to replace the trees taken out, at a 2-to-1 based on our bylaw.
Okay, can you make would you like to make a motion?
Sure, I'd make a
Richard, would you-
motion that we continue this determination, and approve the applicant's request to remove up to 20 trees as described by, our agent. The applicant is is aware that she is responsible for a 2-to-1 replacement for all trees removed, as stated in our bylaw. She will present a diagram similar to this simple diagram at the next meeting, and we can further discuss the need for any replacements at that time.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, roll call vote. Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
Richard Birsch,
All right,
Andrea Burnett,
Aye.
and I for myself. So it would be continued to September 17th, with all of the conditions that Richard stipulated. And thank you so much for all of that, Richard.
no problem.
Okay, is the applicant still here? Yeah, there, she's okay. Yep, okay, so do you understand?
Yep. If
Okay,
I can get the tree service in before the next meeting,
Yep, call them
do it.
tomorrow.
yep. And if I can't get them in, then I have to do the proposal and we can figure it out again.
but I say no matter what, do a diagram.
Yep.
And then whatever gets removed is on the diagram as removed, or?
Yeah, I had the diagram before, but Herlin this morning, she added all the trees to it. So that's the difference.
Okay. The diagram that you had before, that's not the one, is that the one that we were showing?
Yeah, just the handwritten.
Okay,
I want to see like the water line sort of in the
yeah.
picture.
Yeah, so just a little bit more, well, much more detailed than that, but still the simple one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Okay,
All righty. Thank you very much.
thanks.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
All right, Richard, you are still sharing. I don't know if you
Anything
if you-
bad?
if you still want to be sharing. Okay. So, thank you, Mary and Richard, for helping us, help the applicant out on that one. Okay, so, up next we have Sir certificates of compliance. I'm going to, so Christopher Coffin, you are here for 701 Reservoir Road, right?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay, I'm gonna start with that one just because I know that you're here. So let me just pull that up. And then also pull up Harlan's notes. Okay, so the notes from the agent, the wall is constructed of 2x2. Actually, let me just share my screen so everybody can see what I'm looking at. Okay. The wall is constructed of 2x2x6 blocks with a 6-inch cap, consistent with the revised plan, and is properly aligned and tied into the existing retaining wall to the north, creating a continuous structure that stabilizes the exposed shoreline. Grading around the wall matches pre-construction conditions. No expansion into resource areas was observed. Disturbed areas have been loomed, depending on who you ask, and seeded as proposed. The stone base behind and beneath the wall is consistent with the construction notes. With adequate stabilization provided, no evidence of erosion, sedimentation, or destabilization into the lakes was observed. No unpermitted alterations to bordering land subject to flooding or bank were noted. And she has a couple pictures. And I actually remember doing a site walk on this one, so this is much different than when I was out there. Do we have any questions from members of the commission? Okay, and we do not have any members of the public on. Okay. So with no questions or comments, I'd be looking for a motion to approve the certificate of compliance.
So moved.
Do you have a second? That is Richard with the motion and Mary with the second. Roll call vote, Richard Bursch,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Andrea Burnett,
Aye.
Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
and I for myself. Certificate of compliance is approved for 701 Reservoir Road. All right, so thanks. Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so 40 Fire Road, I checked with Harlan today. I'm still waiting for the town to issue that one. 6 Peninsula Drive. Let me just pull up my notes really quick here. I have way too many tabs open. That's the OpenGov kills me with all these tabs. Okay, so the meeting notes for 6 Peninsula Drive from Harlan's notes are the project appears to have been completely substantially in compliance with the approved plans and order of conditions. All disturbed areas have been restored and stabilized with loam, seed, or landscaping. And then let me just see if she took any pictures. If anyone would like to see if there are pictures. I am not seeing any pictures in this one. Let me see. No pictures on this one, but Harlan is of Harlan believes that we should approve this. Do we want look for a motion to approve based on
Motion to approve.
Second.
okay, Mary with the motion, Richard with the second. Roll call vote, Richard Bursch,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
Andrea Burnett,
Aye.
and I for myself. Okay, certificate of compliance approved at 6 Peninsula Drive. 828 Lancaster Ave. The project appears to have been completed in compliance with the approved plans and order of conditions. No unpermitted alterations or encroachments to resource areas were observed. The site is fully stabilized. And then let me see if there's any pictures. And there are no pictures, just those notes. So based on the recommendation from the agent, we're looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Second? Okay. It's Richard with the motion and Mike with the second.
Yep.
Okay. Roll call vote, Richard Birsch,
Aye.
Mary Wilson,
Aye.
Andrea Burnett,
Aye.
Mike LaRouche,
Aye.
and I for myself. Okay, so that's 828 Lancaster. Certificate of compliance approved. Okay, up next we have enforcement. I spoke to Herlin today about some of the enforcement letters that she sent out. I guess they all came back because the postage wasn't paid, but then she sent them out again and she started getting some responses. One came in for 199 Mass Ave from Greg Roy today. And she's meeting with two of the other people who are, oh, Mary?
Do we skip over 40 Fire Road 12 on certificates of compliance?
Oh, I gave a quick update on that one.
Okay, I
We are still
blinked.
waiting for
Apologies.
the town to, so I talked to Herlin about this morning. And we are still waiting for the town to issue the
Okay.
application, and I think it has to come from Jen, is what Harlan said. So
Weird. Okay. Sorry to make you repeat.
no, that's okay. Sometimes I talk fast. I feel like I'm very tired today for only 9 o'clock too. This is like the longest week I've ever had, and we had a holiday. Okay, so yeah, so that's the update there. I would really like to get this one squared away because I know that, it's just been sitting out there for so long. And as far as we know, what we've been told is that the town should be able to, because it's town land. So I can check in. I'll check in with her. I already checked in with Harlan this morning, but maybe I can check in with Jen Warren about that. Okay, so that's the update on enforcements too, is that, those letters went out, I think next week when they went out and then they came back and then they went out again. I think Herlin said that sometime next week is the 30-day. So anyone that she hasn't heard back from, or no, the week of the next meeting is the 30-day. So anyone she hasn't heard back from, she's going to come to the meeting and or at least have us vote on starting to issue violation fees. No emergency certifications. Conservation updates. I just want to, Michael should be sending out a spreadsheet very soon about getting people signed up for the MAC meetings. I think this belongs under conservation updates, but there are a couple of good ones coming up, I think, for Andrea, especially for you being new. 101 and 102 are on 9:23 and 9:30, which is nice because they're not a night of the meeting. I'm going to take them again. And then 104 and 103 are coming up in October and November. So it'd be great if people could get signed up for that if they're so inclined. I tried to sign into MAC today and my membership was lapsed. But I know that Andrea and Teddy both just got signed up and are able to get in. So I sent Mac all of our commissioners and I copied Michael and Herlin. I just want to make sure we didn't register some old commissioners maybe by accident and take off some current commissioners. So if anybody is trying to log into Mac over the next week, they might not be able to.
I just noticed mine wasn't working.
Yeah. So I did send over a list of everybody that should be part of the Lunenburg Conservation Commission. Um, so that's that. If anyone, the spreadsheet should go out hopefully today is Wednesday, so I'm thinking it'll probably go out tomorrow actually, because I talked to Mike on Tuesday, which was yesterday. Feels like a year ago. Um, and he was, we just kind of clarified what he should send out. Um, old business conservation budget is now, I don't know if we need, well, I guess we do need to still have this on, but the main conservation budget is now tied into the land use budget. I don't have any budget updates as far as funds. I'm not receiving anything about that, and I probably should be. Does anyone have anything to add to that? No encroachment issues. Open space and land use. Do we have any grants updates?
Oh, just one quick update on the grant. I had this thing's all going slow motion. Gosh, I had sent the application for our initial reimbursement, and had to chase up canceled checks. I got that, and now somehow the copies of invoices got detached, so I'm chasing that up as well. Anyway,
Okay, thank you.
a lot of motion for standing still.
Okay. Conservation land improvement, the only, this would qualify as this, but we are registered for the United Way Day of Caring under the Lunenburg Conservation Commission for a trail work day at Cowdrey. We have, I think last time I looked was 7 people signed up out of 10. So there are still a couple spots left if anybody is interested. I can send out a link. And that should be a good time. Chris is gonna be there for the morning. It's just a couple hours. There is a breakfast in the morning at Great Wolf Lodge, or is that the afternoon? There's a breakfast in the morning, and then there's a lunch in the afternoon, and then there's trail work in between. There's all kinds of projects that are going on all over the area, but specifically we're going to be focusing on Cowdrey because Cowdrey needs a little love. I actually went out there because I wanted to see what it was like, and I haven't been to Cowdrey really much, but I was there last year, and it seemed like a lot had deteriorated since I was there last year. I got turned around, did a couple of trails when I parked on the main road. So, Hollis Road residents, do you have any updates on any sort of maintenance happenings there, Mike?
No updates, Madam Chair, at this time. I hate to say that I've been a little staying close to home because of my recent condition, but things are well. I'm ahead of schedule on many things, and I hope to perhaps do a little bit more walking on the site next week.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've been over there, for the pollinator habitat a
Okay.
couple of times recently, and everything looks good over there as far
Thanks.
as,
Yeah.
yeah. All the little pools that were in the backyard are gone, so
Oh, good.
that's nice. Okay.
Thank you.
Committee reports, and I'm so glad that you're doing well, Mike,
Thank you.
and that you're doing better. Even you're progressing faster than you thought.
Yeah, I'm doing more than perhaps I should, but I can't help it. I'm being stuck in the house sort of drives you crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I can relate from having knee issues too at
you
one
see,
point.
if you see a commissioner on the road, it's probably me trying to get some space.
Okay. So yeah, maybe we'll see you at a site walk one of these days.
Yes.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Right. Footing's still a little issue, although I don't need a cane anymore, so things are looking up.
Good, great. I know, I went on after I tore my ACL, I just stood and looked at things at the sidewalks. I didn't go in. Mary went in and did all the hard stuff.
Yeah, it was fun to be Mr. Peanut for a week, but after that, you know, the novelty wears off and you want to just be walking.
Wear a monocle to be Mr. Peanut?
Not the
Just-
monocle.
Okay, so committee reports, master plan steering committee. Teddy is not here to give an update. But he did send out a spreadsheet. And I did send Mary a request to take a look at it and fill it out as best she could. And then we would talk about it as a commission. Does that sound right, Mary?
Yes, and I'm happy to help out, and I'll try to get that circulated to everybody by middle to end of next week. So you have the weekend, and the few days before the next meeting to look at it, and then we can refine it at the next meeting.
Thank you
Although,
for-
Jenny, it is big, so I
Yes.
would ask that members do take the time to look at it ahead of time so that when they come back, we don't have to read each and every line, and we can just focus on the places where, there are questions, or, somebody wants to put forward a different point of view, which I, of course, would be happy to hear. I'm not perfect, so I'm just kind of putting in the draft starting point, for everybody to look at.
Okay. Yes, thank you. And thank you for offering to do that, Mary.
Sure.
That's huge. Open space, Chris is not here because he was at an open space meeting. So we'll get an update on that next meeting, I'm guessing. Stormwater, we have signed on with a different consultant. Who we think will be able to get us over the finish line, at least as far as, well, maybe not necessarily to the over the finish line, but at least get us prepared for town meeting. And well, it seems to have some messaging and some more I'm trying to think of the word, but we'll be able to kind of help us, not I want to say market it to the town better, but message it to the town better. I can't think of words. It feels like it's 11 o'clock for some reason. Okay, communications, public comment. No public. So any communications? Doesn't look like it. Our upcoming meeting is on September 17th by Zoom. We will be having executive session before that meeting at 6:30. We had to move it from tonight because it was not, even though it was on the agenda, it was not added to the agenda correctly. So we are going to put it on the agenda correctly. Adam Costa gave us all the right language for the next meeting. And then Jen will be able to join us too. So that will be 9:17 by Zoom. I will send out a reminder just to everybody, just to remember that it's early for whomever can make it. And on that note, do we have any, oh, Mike?
I've just, Madam Chair, is it my printer, or I just noticed that the town agenda is a smaller font than it's ever been?
It's very tiny.
Okay, so it's not just me.
It's not you.
I feel like I'm reading the phone book. Yeah, anyone who
Yeah.
even remembers the phone book, that's how.
Yeah.
But okay, so thank you. I thought I was losing my eyesight here at this point.
I think there's a drive since
Perfect.
Sophie has left.
Okay.
Since Sophie went away for a bit, there has been a drive by every person who has had their hands on the agenda to make it on one page. I
Okay,
feel like that the driving force behind all of the changes in the formatting of the agenda have been to get it onto one page,
okay,
is what it seems like to me. Although this one, I always print them out so that I can make notes on them.
yes, same here.
Is 2 pages, and the last page just says adjourn.
Right. So they had a whole page to continue, so as it is, they didn't save a page at all.
No.
But all right, thank you, Madam
Yeah.
Chair.
So nope, you're not crazy. It really is smaller.
Okay.
But it's nice. I'm
Madam
happy that
Chair?
my eyes can still read it. So
I
that's
did
good
want to
then.
comment too, Madam Chair, that it is very, very, very nice to have the links embedded in the agendas and in Herlin's meeting materials sheet.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that makes it so much nicer now. You can jump right into OpenGov and be right at the right application without having to search all through it.
Yeah, it's great.
For sure.
Yeah. And also having the Zoom link be clickable again is great.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
all
And
those Zoom,
are we at comments?
say that again?
Are we at the ending comments?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we talk any more last meeting about minimum window for submissions of information that we will or will not address at a hearing?
About like a cutoff time
Yep.
for submissions. We did not discuss that at the last meeting.
Okay.
I know that we have this is specifically for NOIs though, I believe. Man, I cannot there's a calendar on the site that has application filing deadlines. But it's filing deadlines if there's a legal ad. I can share. Have you seen this already, Richard?
Yep.
Okay.
No, it's
So-
just for
Just-
at some point we should kind of start cutting off. Not that it happened this evening, although I think there was the one applicant that was trying to send stuff out today.
Yes.
So, and I myself am trying to get a little stricter with myself on what we accept and make sure that we have as much documentation as we should have for all applications
Yeah.
moving
think-
forward. And this is another step if we can stop last second submissions of information that we can't review, because I know I spend a few hours prior to a meeting reviewing everything.
Yeah.
So it is kind of hard to come up with an opinion on something that an engineer throws in front of me while he's tapping his pencil on Zoom.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, so we can. I'll talk to her, Lynn, about that.
Yeah.
Because she's, in there saying if something comes in, Herlin is very good about if something comes in saying this isn't enough, but also, I guess just as a commission, would that be a policy that we would need to have on the books if we were going to say we're not going to take submissions after a certain time anymore?
I
Would
would
that
have
need
to look in the regulations. I honestly thought it was 7 days prior to a hearing
Oh, I have
listed.
not seen that, but that doesn't mean it's
I
not
don't
there.
think the regulations, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that they say anything about supplemental information or clarification.
Mhm.
I think it's the original application has to be there, right? But the regulations are really written with the expectation that everybody gives us enough information to make a decision, and boom, there we go. And that's in practice very rarely the case, or at least
Very
50% of the time not true. But I didn't recall, Rich, anything about supplemental information and deadlines for that.
Yeah, I'm just remembering a specific member, and I know that was something that we had talked about when we were redoing the regulations.
Well, I mean, it's worth
we
looking
can-
at again, because I mean, if
yeah.
it's already there, it's already there. We just need to enforce it. I definitely would be in favor of setting a policy that we have a deadline, right, and manage everybody to it. Everybody will try to comply, whether it's actually, in the
All right.
in
here
the
we go.
regulation or not.
All changes made to notice of intent, RDA, abbreviated notice of intent, whether initiated by applicant or requested by Conservation Commission, shall be submitted to the commission no later than 7 calendar days prior to the next scheduled hearing.
Perfect. Done.
All right. So
I
it's
love it when
already,
Rich is right.
Yeah, that's in 4.2. So I'm fine with if anything has to be submitted by Monday prior at noon, 48 hours. But I don't
If we already
necessarily
got
think,
7 days, then let's make it 7 days, right? It's there
Okay.
in the regulation. We're just abiding by the decisions that have already been made and ratified.
yeah.
So maybe what the next step should be are to add that somewhere
To
on
the
our
webpage?
page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it can just be a footnote on the
Yeah.
calendar, and a footnote in the applications maybe as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we could add it to where it says applications which do not require none of the paper should be submitted 2 Wednesdays prior, and then maybe have it be the line after that. Because then after that it says these deadlines allow ample time for processing and review by administration.
hmm
To kind of go in between those two sentences.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it just gives us a little footing so we can, because I do feel bad when we do have to continue, but I mean, I think sometimes people tend to come up with a little more poetic license as to why they're late and why they have to do it right away. And so,
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't feel I hate having to continue things too, but I feel like where we get into trouble is when we're not sticking with the regulations, right? And
agree.
and then we get into, more arbitrary management.
Mhm.
Just manage everybody the same thing, and if the regulation is clear there, then that's really what we ought to be doing. And good on Rich for being so close to the regulations that he can just pick that up,
Yeah.
and read it out to us in a minute. Rich, well done.
Thank you. Rich.
Thank you. Well, and like I say, I've been before the planning board, and there is very, very, very little leeway when you go to the planning board. So I sometimes feel that we should be treating applicants somewhat the same, at least within the boundaries that we've laid out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you
Madam
for that,
Chair.
Richard.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Hey, you got my thing. I'm not going to be here at the next meeting.
I think that sounds familiar. Um,
I'm sorry. No, I will be here. No, where's my September calendar? No, I will not be here on the 17th. I should be back on the 1st.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I think you sent that to me.
Yeah, so I'm out of the country on the 17th. So
Okay. Well, have fun wherever
looking
you
forward
are.
to it.
Are you taking your boat out of the country or?
No, we're taking a plane,
Okay.
flying to Paris with my brother and sister-in-law. Do Paris for a week, then we actually rented a 46-foot canal boat, so we'll be on the Canal du Midi for a week. And then we go to Barcelona, and then we come back.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
And so it'll just be the four of you on the boat?
Just the four of us, yeah. Yeah, this will be the first trip with my brother without my nieces.
That's really exciting. We'll have so much fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Lots of French wine, lots of French wine.
Oh,
Did I
that
say
sounds
Spanish
wine
horrible.
twice?
They're antioxidants.
Maybe
It's
a
good for
baguette
you.
here and there.
They have great cheese there too, Rich.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it all. So, and lots of bike riding and
Yeah.
tours, and I'm dying to see Notre Dame all redone,
Yeah.
and the Louvre and Versailles and the Eiffel Tower. So, yes, my wife's got us running all over the place for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. Where in Spain are you going?
Barcelona.
Oh, that's what you said. You did say that, right?
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour train ride from wherever we are in the Canal du Midi over to Barcelona, and then we fly back from there.
Yeah, it's nice being able to just travel by train everywhere in Europe.
Mm. Yeah, we did it in Italy, which was nice. Definitely.
I have never been to France or Italy. It's on the On the list.
On the bucket list. Yeah, I'd never been. Last year was my first time to Italy, and this will be my first time to France and Spain. So well, it's only my
Like-
second time in Europe, though. I keep getting corrected that Iceland is part of Europe, though when you
Oh.
go,
It
it's
is.
more like Maine than Europe.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say I've never been, but it doesn't look a lot like Maine, but it's not much further. I guess what is it, like 4.5 hour?
Yeah,
Like-
Iceland's a great. I would recommend it highly to anybody. I mean, everybody speaks English. Just make sure to take your credit card because their money is all messed up.
Yeah.
Everything costs 100,000 krona.
Yeah. Oh, are they still not on the euro?
I believe they
Okay.
take euro, but everything is listed in their currency. Nothing is listed in euros. Like we went to Italy and everything's in euro.
And if
Iceland is not.
And there's
they're
no tipping in Iceland.
There is no tipping in Europe.
Europe.
We didn't
Yeah.
tip in Italy either. I mean,
Yeah.
I did, but they don't look forward to it.
Yeah. Well, and they're also not really nice to you. It's not like here where they're nice to you to get the tip. If you're in even like Canada,
Yeah, they're not
There.
working you.
right? It's not. It's kind of nice. Like I don't want somebody to be nice to me just because they want my money.
Right.
I'd rather just have them get paid a good wage, and
Just want them to
And
be
then-
nice to you.
I just want the food to come out right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna
That's
say
it.
everybody in Italy and Iceland, they were both nice to us. We didn't have
Yeah.
any problems with anybody.
Yeah.
And it was actually quite refreshing. So I have
Yeah,
no
Iceland is also on my bucket list.
Yes,
heard
yeah. That's an
the-
easy one. Like you said, it's 4.5 hours. You get on a red eye and you land there at sunrise. First thing you do is go hang out either at the Blue Lagoon or Sky Lagoon and soak for a few hours. Go into the
I heard-
city and off you go.
Yeah, the Blue
Someone was-
Lagoon is pretty wild.
Yeah, they both were. Unfortunately, I've heard the Blue Lagoon has been closed because of the volcanoes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's reopened yet or not because that's really close to where they've been. The line's been erupting the last year or two.
That's true.
Yep.
That makes the water even hotter. If there's
Oh,
lava
yes.
flowing through it.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. No, but it was beautiful. We enjoyed every second of it. So
I think it was Mary that told me that in Iceland I don't know if it was you. There is a place where you can scuba dive, and you're on
Or
one
snorkel.
of the or snorkel at the one of
yeah,
the
Silfra
it's,
Rift.
section of the
Silfra.
tectonic plates.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
Silver
So-
Rift.
yep.
That sounds really cool.
That's
It
on my
was-
bucket list.
It wasn't cool. It was freaking cold. My poor brother's zipper leaked, and by the
Oh,
time
no.
he was done, his left arm had gone numb.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely a little whiny at that point. So yeah, where is it? I can't find it, but yeah, there's a plate that you swim between the two plates, and then there's another one with a hot tub in it.
Like an actual hot tub or like a
No, a hot
like
spring.
a hot spring.
Yeah, hot spring.
Okay. I was like, did they put a hot tub there? I'm tired.
No, yeah, Mother Nature put a hot tub there.
Yeah, right. Geothermal all over the
Yes.
Yeah.
island.
Yeah, did you dive in what it was it? Silfredig? I can't pronounce it now.
Silver Rift.
Silfra. I have a
Yeah.
hat for it, but
Yeah.
I've not been there. I'm dying to go.
oh.
Yeah, but I've not been.
And just watch Paris, especially around the Eiffel Tower, you have to watch out for, there's a lot of pickpocketing. You have to be a little
Yes.
careful there. Don't,
Yes,
you know,
yeah, we were warned about that. And so one of the things we did when we were in Iceland is everywhere has a tap now.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it was like that in Italy. So you bury your wallet someplace or you hide your money in your belt and
yes.
just pull out your phone, tap, go. Yeah, I mean, even in Iceland, we're out in the middle of nowhere. It's been an hour since we were on a blacktop road, and there's this little old lady, and she hand knits these wool sweaters We buy a wool sweater and I'm pulling out, a couple 100,000 krona. And she pulls out her little handheld credit card reader and you just tap your phone.
Yeah. It is nice
Mm.
that you can pay with credit anywhere now. I don't like tap cash anymore. I have like $5 on me at all times, and that's it.
Oh, definitely. Just in case it fails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Hey, if it fails, it wasn't meant to be.
Yep.
In my opinion. That's the universe telling me not to buy something.
Yep. Yeah, no, Silver was cool. It had all these different algae growing through it.
On my list, my daughter is a scuba diver. I've never been, but I do snorkel. I know how to snorkel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the rift here.
Wow.
Oh, wow. In between two continents there.
Yep.
That is cool.
Yeah, you walk
That's
down the
very-
stairs and it just keeps going. You just look down, and I mean the water is super clear. See if they have any more. No, I
Is
guess
it ever warm? It's never warm there, right?
I don't know. We were there in August and it was about 35 degrees.
Holy, in the water?
In the water. Yes, you're in a thick wetsuit.
Dry suit. Yeah.
Dry
Or
s-
wetsuit.
No, it wasn't a dry suit. So it wasn't one that had air in it. So it was a
Oh, God.
Well,
So
maybe
you
they
actually
were-
had water
I
migrate
take
into
that
you?
back. You're right. They were dry suits and his zipper leaked. So
Yeah, that's rough.
yeah, it was breathtaking. I would recommend it to anybody. Quick trip.
And
Lots
then
of
so you must have done a rental.
we rented a van and we drove around, stayed at hotels the whole time.
But then you went with like a tour for the diving to get the dry suit rental and
Yes, yeah. So at the stops, you can do all of the different rentals.
Cool.
Yeah. See where my maps are here.
one of these days I'll get to travel to all the places.
You know what? Just start planning.
Yeah. I've been to Scotland and Amsterdam,
Ooh,
and
two-
Canada a lot.
Yep. Yeah, Canada's again like Maine. Canada's pretty.
Yeah. Depends on some of it's like Maine, some of it's not.
No, some of it's just
Montreal.
big cities, like you can't decipher the difference between, Toronto and another big city like Detroit.
Yeah, I say Toronto is kind of just feels like the US,
Mm-hmm.
but Montreal does not. I mean,
There's
I
parts
guess
of it
maybe
that
a little
are. I
bit like
mean,
Boston-y.
yep. Yeah, I mean, you're just in downtown and it's just big city, other than they just all yell at each other in French.
And they get mad when you try to speak French.
Don't get me started on them. Oh, Michelle got in such an argument. We stopped at this fishmonger out in the Gaspé Peninsula. And she's always trying to improve her French. I mean, she left when she was 16, so she speaks, 10th grade French. And it's New Brunswick French, but she learned it from the nuns, so it's still supposed to be Parisian. And this guy told her to just stop speaking in French. It hurt her ears. It hurt his ears. She did it so bad.
It's funny because it sounds like it's a trope, but they get that mad when you try to speak French, but they get mad. But then also they get mad when you try to speak English. So you can't really win.
Yeah, don't get me started.
So Michelle's from Canada?
So she was born here and she went and grew up through 16 in Canada and then came back.
Okay.
So her grandparents are from Canada, up in just outside of Moncton.
Does she have dual citizenship?
She does not. No, she was born here,
She never got
and
citizenship
her
when
mother
she
was
went
born
there.
here. So, born at Burbank Hospital.
Burbank, California?
No, Burbank. No, Fitchburg.
Fitchburg.
Burbank Hospital.
Oh, I'm new to this area, Richard.
Oh, yeah. Fitchburg
Um,
used to have it. Used to have two hospitals:
Really?
Fitchburg General and Burbank.
And then also, so Leominster came in after those were gone?
No, I think Leominster just stayed Leominster.
Okay, so we had 3 hospitals in
Yep.
2 towns?
Yeah,
And now we
then you
have
had
1?
Neshoba, so 4. Now we have
Now
1.
we have 1. Okay.
And then if you don't go to there, you either got to go back to Gardner or Clinton or Concord.
Concord. Yeah.
Kind of crazy, and there's more people.
Yeah. It is very crazy. Although I came from Framingham and we had 2 good hospitals. We had Framingham and Natick. And then Natick, they closed down the ER there. The ER in Framingham is terrible. Natick is like, I don't know, now they're both, it's not great.
What's
This
up with
hospital
Natick?
situation.
Cooley?
with them.
Not Cooley. No, I can't.
Leonard Morse?
No, I can't think of. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Needham. Not Natick.
Natick was Leonard Morse. Now it's
Yeah.
just whatever tenet is these days.
All right. Well, I am off. It was a pleasure chatting with everybody. Have
Yeah.
a great night, everybody.
Have a great vacation.
Well, so I make a motion to adjourn at 9:33.
So moved.
Are you seconding,
second
Richard?
Oh, second.
All right. Roll call vote. Richard Bursch.
Aye.
Mary Wilson.
Aye.
Andrea Burnap.
Aye.
Mike LaRouche.
Aye.
And I for myself. Everyone have a lovely night. Enjoy your vacation, Richard.
I shall. Thank you, everybody. I'll
Back
be
in
here. No, I won't be here at 17. So
We'll be here at the next one.
yeah, you guys are on your own.
Rich, when are you leaving?
I believe we're leaving on the 14th.
Okay. I think I'll try to get I may have some questions about this master plan thing that I want to get your input on.
Oh, okay.
So I'll try to reach out to you before then.
Super. Yep. Yeah. Drop me an email.
Okay.
Or a text or drive over.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
usually
everyone.
find a way to find you. Thanks.
Alrighty. I'm not too hard to find when I'm around.
Yeah.
So
Good
all
night,
right.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.